Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch, called for and made. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
To the air, it's Milroe. Trying to escape and get it himself. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager at Alabama. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
I love this play call. There's an example of an offensive coordinator that's willing to attack every area of the field in a lot of different ways, using the jet sweep and using the speed of that wide receiver to get to the perimeter outside.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers through the defender. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Allen.
Continues to fight for yards. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away. Got his man. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Arnold. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's sharp. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Young. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. second down here as they go back to work after the break. Direct snap. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Quarterback moving. On target to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No.
Starting the black zone inside your own 20 coming out. It's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quarterback checking off. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
He'll pull it on the read. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Delivers the contact. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And stampeding through the defense. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Bust through behind his pad. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to...
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Picks up 4. It's now 2nd and goal.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Calls his own number. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind this.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 3rd and goal from way back there. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the kick. Oh, they fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He's got it on the run. Gave him a chance to run it into the end zone, and the defense would have none of it. They stop him short.
At the 9-yard line.
The offense set for a 1st down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Milrow. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Using his legs, it's Young. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great 2nd half ahead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Gets it out of the air for the 1st time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He fires one deep down the right side. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads it left. And it was worth going for a... Long pass is incomplete.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Arnold. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The aerial assault continues. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
It's a reverse. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Quick completion to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. Got his man quickly. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Here comes that Alabama offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. The option look. Now the pitch. Open space at the 25. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 42, Oklahoma 0.
He's going to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Snags it over the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw. Got it! They will score! Touchdown Sooners!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know,
it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. This is a designed run. Rams him with the stiff arm. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Puts him in the spin cycle.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Touchdown Tide! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. The fact, this wasn't ever really in question. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Back to throw. It's Arnold. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
The offense with a big opportunity in the red zone.
Leaves it with the running back. Running with power. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs, man. And you can get such positive yards like that. Continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Goes to the option. The pitch. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll try to pick up the first. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he's out of bounds short of the goal line. He almost found a way to convert that fake. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Just going to keep it after the snap. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And with another big play, he's over the 100-yard mark. A lot of times when you look in the box score at the end of the game, whoever rushes for 100 yards, a lot of times they win the football game. This guy's been able to create big plays, and that's why his team's been successful on offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Looking for a block. It's Burks. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Flushed out of the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he's got it at the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. They'll line up to go for 2. Trying to run it in. And they get
these decisions to go for 2. You see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Dropping back, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but
Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. He's looking to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Sooners decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll bring it back. It's Adams. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. After this, it'll be a wrap. He leaves it with the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.